Who's ready for some first impressions, brand new fragrances? We all love to get them in the mail. I've got 16 fragrances because I didn't get a chance to do January for you, so I'm cramming January and February unboxing first impressions all together. 16 fragrances, some new releases, some brand new releases 2023, and fragrances that I'm gonna get my nose on for the first time, including some premiere fragrances that I'm actually gonna try here on the channel for the first time in 12 years. So some stuff here that I can't wait to get my nose on and share with you guys, so stick around. Let's get smelling. Welcome back to another video. MaxPACK here. If you love to make a great first impression, you know that smelling good is a great way to get that going. So we got 16 fragrances to talk about today. Just reminding you, the time you're watching this video, President's Day was yesterday, today's Tuesday. There's a special going on from Perfume.com, the partner of this channel. You can find all fragrances in this video, including thousands to choose from. You guys can check it out with the President's Sale. Code is going to be USA, which will grant you 25% off site-wide. First time, I think it's the first time ever this high. So check out details below, enjoy, because it's going until Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, then it's over, it's gone, you snooze, you lose. Now let's get into these fragrances. We got 16 fragrances here. Just so you guys know, some of the skepticals out there, they're saying that I've had these fragrances before, I tried them before. They're all brand new and sealed. The thing is, I cracked them open off camera and get them ready with, tester strips to save time. Otherwise, 16 fragrances, open them and all that stuff, it's going to take forever. So let's move forward and let's get sniffing. We're gonna start this first impression unboxing with a fragrance from a house that I do enjoy. I think they have extremely good fragrances and some of which actually perform quite well, but overall I think the quorum with this brand is performance. A lot of people don't like the way they perform. They smell great, but they don't perform as good. This one here is Camuto Intenso. I didn't even know that they had an Intenso version in this brand. This was actually released in 2021. Completely under the radar. No one talked about it. I was like, listen, I need to get this. Sprays are great. Bottles look cool. It's got this leatherette wraparound. And this is going to be your typical blue, ozonic, aquatic, fruity kind of a scent. Easy to wear, everyday wear, casual, office scent. If you're looking for a signature scent, this will fit the bill. Again, it's fruity, ozonic, citrus, bright, and uplifting. And it's got that blue thing going on. I like it. It's not going to be anything, brand new or never before tried. It's going to have that similarity that you have with your Dolce & Gabbana, blue Eau Intense, that kind of a vibe. If you can find this discounted, I think it's quite nice. And I think performance is going to be good too. So right off the bat here, just from the first impression, I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10 on smell alone. I don't know anything about performance. It smells quite good though. Now here's a fragrance brand that I haven't really talked about on the channel for quite some time. I think Egypt was the last fragrance I talked about, when it comes to this brand, which I love. Made a lot of my cold weather top seasonal videos. This is Ayton Bob. Extract de Parfum from their more prestigious, luxurious collection. This is called 𝗥𝗍𝗏. Love the presentation, love the bottle. Don't know anything about this one. The notes themselves got me really, really excited because we're talking amber, we're talking coffee. A lot of notes that I do appreciate. The bottle looks absolutely stunning. It's got this marble kind of thing going on. Let's see what we get out of this one, guys. Sprays are beast. Wow, this is a very, very nice ambery, spicy fragrance with a gorgeous coffee note. So the coffee is going to have this macchiato kind of a vibe. You're gonna have this caramel, amber sweet, boozy kind of effect. This is a beast, guys. It smells really strong, really powerful, really feeling this one. It's still really cold right now. Spring's around the corner, so this is something that I can actually wear right now. I see this seasons for early spring, fall, and winter for this to shine the best. But I'm telling you guys, if you like coffee, a gourmand, creamy, boozy, spicy coffee, this stuff is absolutely insane. Great stuff right here. In a first impression, I'm giving this one an 8.5 out of 10. I can't wait to rock this on skin. This is a great one. Next up, from the house of Frederick Mall, which I have tremendous respect for, a fragrance that got quite a bit of buzz in the fragrance community. A lot of people talked about it, but then it just disappeared. No one was talking about it anymore. I don't know if it was a disappointment for many, but I can't wait to try it. This is Uncut Gem from none other than Maurice Roussel, which gave us Musc Ravageur, which is one of my top, I should say at least top 20 favorite niche fragrances of all time. So this one here, I'm thinking it's gonna have lavender, which is one of his specialties. Uncut Gem, beautiful bottle. Maurice Roussel always has, done tremendous fragrances. Nautica Voyage is another one that's like a blue, aquatic, lavender scent that everybody loves. Uncut Gem, let's go. Let's see what we get out of this one. Sprays are also very strong. And this is a nice scent. However, it's got something weird here that is not really gelling from my, smell here. It's got something that's giving me off like an algae kind of a vibe, something a little weird. Combination of notes that are not smelling very good. When we have the notes here, let me look at the notes. We got ginger, bergamot, mandarin orange, nutmeg, vetiver, olibanum, leather, musk, and amber. I guess it's the musk here that's very animalistic, along with some of the notes. It's giving me like a funky kind of smell that I'm not really feeling it. Other than that, you know, it's something that I might have to wear on skin to get the full experience. So 𝗙𝗢𝗄, and the first impression, I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10. It's really, like I said, a little bit disappointing from what I was expecting. I was thinking like a lavender, something spicier, and it did have vetiver, which I love. But again, this is one that I'm gonna have to spend a little more time with it. Let me know in the comments, have you tried 𝗙𝗢𝗄? What do you think about this one? For me, it's definitely, I would not repurchase this on a first impression here, but maybe it'll grow on me. You know, it's got the leather, the vetiver, but it smells a little funky. Next up, we're gonna talk about a brand that's gotten a lot of limelight in the community. People are loving it all over the place, especially because of Falcon Leather, which is a fragrance that pretty much got people going crazy of how good of a leather that fragrance was. And this is from 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏. The perfumer here is Guerlain Cherry Ood. This is crystal saffron, which is again another leather type scent. From what I'm gathering, the notes look pretty amazing, so I'm hoping that the scent will be nice. I do love the minimalist look with the black and white, you know, the clear bottles. I think they look quite nice. Hoping the scent will be just as good as Falcon Leather. Let's see. Sprays are great. Okay, so this is going to be a leather that's going to be very similar to Ganymede from Marc-Antoine Barrois. If you like those kind of, you know, sweet and spicy leathers, this is definitely going to be one of those. It's starting to peak a little more fruitiness and spiciness. The beginning was quite similar to Ganymede, but now it's actually giving me more of a spicy undertone. I don't know if there's oud in here. Let's look at the notes real quickly. We're actually talking musk, saffron, ambroxan, and incense. So that incense is starting to kick. There is a fruity nuance here. I don't know, it's not listed as a note, but as you guys know, a lot of the times companies don't list all the notes. There is something that's fruity here up top, along with that saffron, the ambroxan. It's giving me like this really spicy, musky undertone. This is nice, very sensual, in the vein of those nice, you know, smooth, but also spicy kind of leathers, just like Ganymede. I'm gonna give this one a 7.5 out of 10. I think on skin, this stuff will scream, but on a first impression, this stuff smells actually pretty good. Now, this release from last year got me really curious because I love Coca-Cola smell, and I think fragrances should definitely explore that scent profile more in their fragrances. I get a little bit of that fizzy Coca-Cola vibe with Roja Parfums Enigma or Creation E. I get that little bit of a Coca-Cola fizzy feel, so I'm thinking Tonka Cola from 𝗙𝗢𝗄 will definitely be a winner. Have you guys tried Tonka Cola? Let me know in the comments. What other cola-like fragrances do you guys love and would recommend I try? So let's figure this out here with this one. I do love 𝗙𝗢𝗄, love the presentation, I love what they do. I think it's quality. It smells really good for the most part. Most of their fragrances, they last quite well, so they have a nice, powerful kind of performance, and you get a lot of fragrance for your money. Here's Tonka Cola, looks really beautiful. The juice is nice and ambery. Let's take it for a test drive and let's see if we get that Coca-Cola vibe that I'm hoping for. Nice sprayers, you can control the mist depending on how hard you push the atomizer. So this one is really nice. Not so much of a Coca-Cola fizzy vibe, but most of the spices that you get with Coca-Cola, which I think it's pretty much the spicy bergamot. You get the bergamot, the ginger, the nutmeg. I'm getting all of that here. This is really powerful. It's really taken over the room right now, over everything I sprayed so far. So it's going to be a screamer. It's going to be a beast type scent. It's woody, it's spicy, it's creamy. There might be some sandalwood here, and it's definitely a little bit of a cola vibe, but not so much the whole full Coca-Cola experience, but it does smell really good. The Tonka here adds a lot of sweetness, which is not, you know, overly sweet, but definitely sweet enough. So I think this is great. You know, when it comes to season, I would preferably wear this in the cooler weather, just like we have it right now in New England, in New York area. If you're somewhere where the weather is really hot, perhaps for night wear, if you're going out clubbing or going out, you know, with your friends, you want to smell different, this is going to give you that edge. It smells really good, but I have yet to try on skin. but on first impression, I'm giving this one an 8 out of 10. I do enjoy the smell here, and I think there's tremendous potential for Tonka Cola. All right, so the next we're talking about is going to be from the house of Guerlain, which I love. I think they do tremendous quality. This is more of their luxurious, side, not so much the signature side of Guerlain fragrances. It's going to be Cherry Oud. Now, cherry is very in right now. I'd say most companies are looking into the cherry, vibe in their fragrances. Of course, Tom Ford is doing that for a few years now with Lost Cherry, now with Electric Cherry and Cherry Smoke. And of course, I haven't tried Cherry Oud, but I think the combination of cherry and oud should give us a very, very nice scent. The bottle looks absolutely stunning. Got the little bee back there, Cherry Oud with the black and gold accents label here. Hefty bottle, love Guerlain. I think it's one of those companies that will definitely deliver quality and greatness when it comes to their fragrances. So let's go, guys. Cherry Oud. Okay, smells good. Definitely a little cherry. Definitely, we've got some floral nuances here. Not as dark and, sweet as I expected. This is actually a little bit ethereal, a little bit transparent. The cherry here is kind of watered down, like a watery kind of a cherry, almost like a cherry juice, not so much the cherry itself. And it's got a lot of floral nuances here, maybe some rose, some jasmine. It smells nice. I think it leans more feminine. And I think a lady could wear this as a signature scent because it's not very dark. I like it, I don't love it. I'm giving this one a 6 3/4 out of 10. It smells good, but it's not great, at least from a first impression. By the way, just so you guys know, I haven't said this before, and it's come to my attention that Perfume.com does ship worldwide. So anywhere you are in the world, internationally, you can actually try fragrances before you buy it. Perfume.com, check details. And when you go through the checkout on the actual website, there's gonna be a drop-down menu depending on the region of the world. It'll, of course, adjust the shipping cost. And I think a couple different countries, they can't ship. But for the most part, international shipping also available. Also from last year, this is one that I could not find it for the life of me. It took me a long time to get it. I had to get it from Europe. This is Jean-Paul Gaultier's Scandal Le Parfum. Now, the Eau de Parfum I did review for you guys from 2021. It was quite nice, but not great. I have more hopes for this one. The notes look great. The bottle looks amazing. It's this dark bottle that you can't really see the juice, kind of like the Narciso Rodriguez, which is great. Got the crown going there. Again, high hopes for this one. I'm hoping it's gonna be better than the original that I reviewed. So let's go, guys. Okay, this is spicy, really, really spicy, woody, spicy, and a little bit astringent. There's something here that's a little bit sharp, but I think it can grow on me. It gives me almost like a black licorice vibe, kind of like Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Parfum, which I love. Let's look at the notes. For this one here, which by the way is a collaboration between 3 perfumers, Christophe Renaud, Nathalie Grachetto, and Quentin Bisch, which I love his nose. And this is geranium, tonka, and sandalwood. That's all the notes we have here. But I'm telling you, there's something spicy here that I'm thinking it's going to be kind of like a black licorice, anise kind of a vibe. It's a little bit fruity, but definitely woody, spicy, and sweet. If you have a sweet tooth, I think you're gonna enjoy this. And I think I would mostly wear this for nightwear or dressier occasions when it's a little colder out, not so much sunny. I think in the sun time, this could be, when it's sunny and warm and hot, this could be a little bit cloying, guys. But it smells quite good. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Need to spend time with it, but it's got potential. I got 2 fragrances here from Marc Buxton, which is a brand from a perfumer that I've never tried. This is 2 fragrances, one I believe from 2008, and the other one a little more recent, which I'll pop it on screen so you guys will know when they were put out. This is Wood and Absinthe, and this is going to be A Day in My Life. So very interested, very intrigued and curious about these fragrance brand. I've heard quite a bit of them throughout the years. Never had a chance to try them first time, which is crazy, guys. It goes to show so many brands out there and you really can't get your nose on everything. So let's get these on the road right now, and I can't wait to try them and give you guys my thoughts on them. Let's start with Wood and Absinthe. This was actually from 2008. So this is one that I remember hearing about it back in the day, just never had a chance. First of all, it was not easy to find. I kind of tried to find this fragrance in the New York area for the time, couldn't find it. I believe this fragrance back in the day had a transparent bottle with a green label, if I'm not mistaken, but now it's the new formulation or the new presentation, whatever you want to call it. So let's take this one for a test drive, guys. Now, what caught my attention, of course, is the Absinthe. I love boozy scents, so I'm hoping this was going to be a great one. So Wood and Absinthe, okay. So this one here, very aromatic, very easy to wear actually. Not as intriguing as I thought or daring as I thought. This is very nice. The wood here is very open and bright. The absinthe gives this booziness to it, but it's really, you know, fizzy and effervescent. I think this is a great, you know, fragrance that you can wear every day, like a signature scent, office scent. This is a great one, guys. I'm liking it. I think it smells really, really good. And let's look at the notes. Besides the absinthe, we have anise, which I'm not getting much of the licorice vibe here. Citruses, Brazilian rosewood, jasmine, vetiver, and cedar. I guess the cedar, along with the vetiver, but definitely the cedar. It's a very woody fragrance that's like really bright. You know, the fruits here are very, you know, screaming up top. I'm liking this one, guys. I think this has potential to make in my top spring this year. Giving this one an 8.5 out of 10 on first impression. Smells quite good. Now, A Day in My Life is from 2021, so a couple years ago now. This one, from the notes, it looks to be more resinous. It's gonna be more floral because there's quite a bit of note of rose here on top, on the heart. So let's see what we get out of this one, guys. I'm hoping it's not too feminine for my taste because I do, for the most part, don't favor rosy kind of fragrances. So let's see what we get out of this one, guys. A Day in My Life from Mark Buxton. Okay, this is going to be a peppery rose, which is actually quite nice. There is a fragrance from Moschino that came out a few years ago. I did review it for you guys. Boy Toy or something like that. That has the little black bear shape. This one has tremendous resemblances with that fragrance. I'm getting a very nice peppery rose. This is nice. I would definitely wear this. And again, this also has that kind of quality to become a really nice signature scent to set you apart from everybody else. But I think for the most part, just like wood and absinthe, this would be best for the springtime. Really feeling this one too. Loving the peppery rose feel here with the resinous elemi, some more woods in the base, but the peppery rose is definitely what you're gonna get. The black pepper, like the Sichuan pepper, black pepper kind of combination is definitely very prominent, and I do like peppery scents. So this is here, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. A lot of potential also for this one. And we have one from last year. Now this one here is one that I really wanted to try. I do enjoy the brand. It's been a minute since I spoke about this brand on the channel. I think Floriento was the last fragrance that I hyped about or got crazy about from this brand. This is Comme des Garçons, simply called Zero from last year. It's got some resinous notes, perhaps some synthetic notes combined with some natural notes that could perhaps make this something special. So Zero will have that really cool shape or weird shape, however we want to see it, half, you know, the glass half full, half empty, but it's got that weird looking shape, which is almost like a soap bar. So let's take it for a test drive. I do love Comme des Garçons. I think they produce really good quality, even though they are pretty much a kind of, you know, designer brand. They have quality, niche quality, I should say, fragrances. Now, Zero is different. There is this really different, almost waxy kind of feel to the fragrance, like a candle, like a waxy candle kind of a vibe. This is fruity up top with this creamy, waxy quality. That's probably a combination between that, you know, chemical compound that's added here, along with the fruity note. Let's look at the notes. This is very, very different, guys. We're talking bergamot, rose, oxide, varnish, accord. So there's like a paint, like a varnish kind of accord here, vetiver, musk, cashmere, and cedar. So it's a very different smell. That the varnish accord that they created here made this something really, really intriguing. I can't wait to rock this. Now, when I'm smelling this, this is really screaming springtime for me as well. But again, it's got vetiver, which I love. It's got musk, which I love. So this has potential. I'm hoping that on skin, it's actually gonna turn to something even more special, but that varnish may turn some people away. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. I do enjoy that. That different varnish accord here is definitely something that I want to try on skin. Now we've got two fragrances from one of my favorite niche brands of all time, and this is Zershoff, and the two fragrances actually from the Suspiro brand were released last year. Didn't have a chance to try it, got these, and I can't wait to share with you. We have Vibrato and we have Erba Leather. We all know Erba Pura is one of the most talked about sold fragrances from the line. So let's start with Vibrato here. Now Vibrato, from what I looked, it could lean feminine. I'm hoping not. So the bottle's just stunning, guys. That beautiful velvety green along with the gold. I mean, quality through and through with Zershoff, guys. You have to give credit where credit is due. So Vibrato is a very nice scent. Wow, this is one of those, guys, that when you first try it and you have the wow effect. This has the wow. You guys know the channel. When I tell you it's got the wow effect, it's got the wow effect. Vibrato definitely has that something special. I'm gonna look at the notes because I'm in awe here, guys. We're talking citruses up top, grapefruit, bergamot, jasmine, powdery notes, herbal nuances, ginger, cedar, patchouli, iris, musk, and amber. Had to have something here for wow effect. And of course, that wow effect is going to be the patchouli with the iris. With the musk, got this fruity fizziness up top as well. This is great, guys. I'm giving this one a 8.5 out of 10. Haven't tried this on skin, obviously, but on smell alone, this is great. Definitely androgynous, guy, gal, whatever you identify yourself with, you are going to smell incredible if you try Vibrato. Loving this stuff. So more to come. Definitely gonna experience this fragrance more, and I can foresee this making top lists in the near future. From 2022, this, guys, is going to be Erba Leather. Now, I love leather fragrances. I talk to you guys about all the time, over and over again. The wow effect, fragrances that contain boozy notes, leather notes, tobacco notes, always tend to have that wow effect. So Erba Leather, I'm thinking they're gonna take the 𝗙𝗢𝗏 kind of a vibe and add the leather undertones to this fragrance. Gorgeous sprayers. Let's see what we get at our Erba Leather. So she's animalic. She's definitely going to be animalic, a little bit sweet, a little bit floral as well. Not too crazy about the floral nuances, but the sweetness with the leather, definitely really, really good. Let's look at the notes real quickly. Tons of leather here in the heart and in the base. Sandalwood, jasmine, there's a floral, amber, vetiver, passion fruit, bergamot, and lemon. So the passion fruit adds the sweetness here that is quite unique to the scent. Passion fruit is a very tropical fruit. This is going to be, because of the jasmine, leaning a little bit more feminine, but maybe on skin it's gonna get darker as the fragrance develops. But this one I'm going to give a 7.5 out of 10. Not as good as the Vibrato on the first impression, but also another one that perhaps potential on skin. Here's the deal, guys. The next one is a fragrance that really stopped in my tracks. I couldn't wait to try it because it's from the darker Byredo line, the darker juices. A couple years ago, I shared Tobacco Mandarin with you guys. I think it was Tobacco Mandarin. I'm gonna pop on screen, which is a very heavy tobacco scent with a beautiful orangey nuance. Not for everyone. That fragrance was quite daring. So this is from the darker collection. These are very expensive, but I couldn't wait to try it because I love vanilla. This is called Vanille Antique. Really cool, minimalist. I love their minimalist approach on fragrances. This is the smaller bottle and still quite pricey, as you'll see on the link of this video. But I'm hoping this is a masterpiece and something I'm gonna enjoy for years to come. Vanille Antique, let's go. Nice sprayers. Okay, not a screamer off the top here, guys. It's it's starting to get better now. Okay, so it started off a little bit contained, a little bit creamy, but kind of like not really expanding, but now it's starting to go out there. So beautiful vanilla, almost like a soda fizzy vibe here on the introduction here. Kind of like what I got a little bit from, from the Tonka Cola from Mancera, but of course, more refined, more luxurious. The vanilla here is really nice and not very creamy or, gourmandy kind of vanilla. It's not like syrupy vanilla. It's hard to take. It's more of think of a musky vanilla with a fruity undertone. And the fruit here is going to be plum, which I love in my fragrances. There isn't anything boozy here. There is a musky plum note along with the vanilla, which makes this very unique, very interesting, and one that I can't wait to wear on skin. And I go as far as saying that this here, not only it's androgynous for anyone, but it's also a vanilla that you could potentially wear as a signature scent. And for that, I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. It smells really nice, really different. Even though there's no boozy notes here, it's almost like a vanilla drink, not so much a liqueur, but a vanilla drink with the plum, some woods in the base. This is very intriguing. I'm really digging this one, guys. 8 out of 10. Definitely something that you could potentially wear as a signature scent. I urge you guys to try this 𝗙𝗡𝗍𝗀 collection from Byredo. You're gonna be impressed. There's some really great fragrances within this line, such as this one. The last 3 fragrances on the video are all from 2023, brand new releases in the first quarter of the year. It's almost March, so brand new releases here. Starting with the one from Mison Anti-conformist. Alberto Morillas is the creator of this brand and also all the fragrances within the brand. This is a fragrance that was actually made to honor New York City. It's called Anti-conformist, and it's an eau de parfum creation. By the way, the box has this little M's here, and it's also fluorescent. If you take it from the light into the dark, it's actually gonna shine because it is fluorescent. So let's take this one for a test ride. You guys know I do enjoy the house of Mison Anti-conformist, especially Blue Gin, which is a fragrance that I talked about quite a bit last year and made a lot of top videos for me, a lot of top seasonal choices and rotations. So let's see what this one's all about. Anti-conformist. Let's see what we get out of this one, guys. Nice sprayers. All right, so this is one of those fragrances that right off the bat it's going to have a very similar vibe to you. If you're somebody that's been around, in the last 15, 25 years, this is very, very similar to 𝗥𝗿𝗄𝗃, the original from '96. Now, what I'm hoping here is because 𝗥𝗿𝗄𝗃 now is something that's been reformulated so many times and it's quite fleeting. It's not as powerful as it once was. This one here, since it's a niche, version of that fragrance, if you will, I'm hoping it's going to be a very nice, powerful 𝗥𝗿𝗄𝗃 goes niche. Smells really nice. There's no two ways about it. When it comes to notes, we have bergamot, mint, citron pepper, beautiful introduction here, patchouli, violet leaf, gardenia, and cologne, which is also contained in 𝗥𝗿𝗄𝗃. Musk, intense woods, whatever that is. I think there's going to be vetiver here for sure, cedar wood, benzoin, so a little bit of a resin, and tonka bean for sweetness. Needless to say, guys, it smells good. In fact, I like it so much, I'm actually going to wear it today. So this is going to be my scent of the day. Wow. Now, as I'm spraying my body here, I'm getting other nuances that I got on paper. So there is a resemblance with 𝗥𝗿𝗄𝗃. However, there are some nuances here that are going to make this a little bit darker, if you will, but not a dark scent. The violet leaf here, some of the notes, maybe some of the woods are going to be a little darker, a little more intense, if you will, as the notes would, suggest, than 𝗥𝗿𝗄𝗃. So this is 𝗥𝗿𝗄𝗃 goes dark. But it has this very nice niche quality, and I think it's gonna be long lasting as well. First impression here, guys, 7.5 out of 10, you can't go wrong. It's gonna smell good, perhaps. If you're looking for a signature scent, look this way. Next up, from the house of Parfum de Marly, we have Valaya, or Valaya. So this is a brand new release from 2023, just launched, I think, last month, or earlier this month. So this is gonna go to my wife. I definitely think it's gonna lean more feminine, especially because of the notes, a lot of floral here, some orange blossom. But let's see if I would actually wear this fragrance, guys. And just to clarify, I don't think fragrances have a gender, but of course, for my taste, things that are more floral and fruity floral, ambery floral, to me leans more feminine to my taste, okay? But I would wear myself, fragrances that are quote unquote made for women. This one here has a beautiful pearl-like color box. The bottle is going to be frosty, as you can see here, with the silver cap and the gem. Looks beautiful. So let's take it for a test drive, guys. Valaya. Wow, this is really, really nice. I do enjoy neroli and orange blossom. In fact, there's a fragrance from Bond No. 9 that I really, really enjoy. It's not similar to this, but also has a heavy dose of orange blossom and neroli in there, which is Eau de New York. I'll pop it on screen here if you guys haven't tried that fragrance. This one here will remind me a little bit of that fragrance because of the orange blossom and the neroli blast that you get up top here. There are other floral here. I think there's jasmine, other floral notes. I think there is vetiver in here as well. There's something earthy that's coming through. This is a very well constructed fragrance, and it's something that I would wear, especially if I would layer this with something a little darker. But on its own, this is definitely nice, definitely more feminine, definitely more delicate, if you will, but it packs up a punch. I think this is gonna last really well for a nice, fruity floral kind of a scent. I'm gonna give this one 8 out of 10 on smell alone. Can't wait to smell this on my wife. This is one of those fragrances definitely gonna pull you in. It's very comforting, very inviting, easy to wear. You could potentially wear this for casual, day wear, or dress your occasion. It's one of those jack of all trades type of scents. And it does lean more feminine to my taste, but 8 out of 10, this guy smells really good. And last but not least, 2023 release, brand new from the house of Roja Parfums. This is called Taif Oud. So from what I'm reading here, when I look at the notes, Taif, I believe, is a type of rose. So there's going to be perhaps a heavy dose of oud here because oud is on the name. So maybe it's gonna be one of those, rose and oud combinations, but I'm hoping there's something more in this fragrance that will, set this apart from all the rose oud combination fragrances that we have in the market today, which is into thousands by now. So beautiful golden black kind of a box here. The bottle sits perfectly in there, as we always knew here in the fragrance world. Zershoff, Parfums de Marly, 𝗙𝗏, Roja Parfums, they do it well. They know what they're doing. Presentation second to none for these brands. Gorgeous Swarovski crystal. Let's take this little thingamajig here so you can see the full bottle. Presentation here, guys, second to none. Absolutely gorgeous, stunning. Let's see if the juice is equally as good as the presentation. Taif Oud. Okay, so this fragrance has the Middle Eastern vibe all over it. If you guys have been to Middle Eastern, if you like fragrances that are of Middle Eastern, descent, That's what you're gonna get here. It's going to have that medicinal slash animalistic oud right up front, so you must enjoy ouds to like this. The rose is also here in a bitter kind of a facet, kind of a profile. It's not a really gemmy, sweet, fruity rose. It's more, like I said, there is some fruitiness here, but it's definitely more of a bitter, medicinal, animalistic variety of oud and rose combination. Very, very classy, very, very good quality here. I think it's got tremendous power because a little bit that I sprayed here kind of took over everything else. It's really up front and center right now in the room. So as you guys expect with Roja Parfums, this is one of the great ones, guys. Again, you must like heavy oud rose combos to appreciate this. It's not gonna be as pungent as perhaps 𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗏 from the Dior La Collection Privée, but it's definitely up there when it comes to the pungency and the power of the oud rose combination here. Not a huge fan of oud rose combos. You know, I wear them few and far in between, so 7 out of 10, it smells good, but not great to my nose, but perhaps it's gonna grow on me. But for now, 7 out of 10, it's not bad, it smells good, it's quality. If you like rose oud combos, check this out. And as always, guys, all fragrances will be listed in the description of this video. If you guys want to check them out, the bottle themselves, have deals, discounts, whatever, I'm going to list it for you. Of course, you can always try them before you buy them. Perfume.com, check out the President's Day sale that's going on right now, which ends tomorrow at midnight. Don't miss out on that. Thank you so much for your support. Leave a like if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and stay tuned in because I have a lot of great news for you prepared for 2023. A lot of great announcements, and of course, fragrances to try just like these, and some brand new releases coming your way very soon. Thanks so much, guys. See you in the next one. Keep on spraying and keep making a great first impression. Take care.